Hello, everyone. My name is Charles Norman, and this is the Charles Norman Show. This is my very own web talk show. I will talk about many things in the show, but for the most part, we'll talk about sports, the buzz in the entertainment world, and some true inspiration. For today's show, we're going to first dive right into Week 1 of the 2014 NFL season. Football is back, and I'm so excited. What a spectacular kickoff weekend it has been. I'll make my Monday and Thursday night football picks. Then we'll talk about what's going on in the entertainment world. Not just the entertainment world, but also the world in general. Last but not least, we'll transition to the inspiration segment of the show. Today, our inspiration will come from the late, great Dr. Maya Angelou. I'm going to show off by giving everyone, including myself, a weekly assignment. Here we go. 2014 NFL season kicked off on Thursday. The Packers and the Seahawks. Well, the Packers got bullied by the Seattle Seahawks. I picked the Packers to win the game. I thought they would play more aggressively, but they didn't. Honestly, I thought they would attack the Seahawks secondary. The referees calling any and every defensive contact penalty beyond 5 yards. I must give the Seahawks secondary major problems because I didn't think that they would be as dominant with the rules being enforced the way they are now. Richard Sherman was not targeted one time. Aaron Rodgers is someone who's considered to be the best quarterback in the National Football League, and he did not throw it to Richard Sherman's side of the field. I know for a fact Tom Brady would have tried it. Before I talk about yesterday's games, let me talk about tonight. We have a special Monday night football doubleheader. Game 1 will be in Detroit. The Lions will host the Giants at 7:10. Game 2 is in Arizona, spot of Super Bowl 49. Cardinals will take on the Chargers at 10:20 p.m. I picked the Lions over the Giants and the Chargers over the Cardinals. In addition to tonight's two games, I'll be picking my Thursday night game. The Thursday night matchup this week is between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens, two old division rivals. Goody. In this game, I'm going to take the Steelers over the Ravens. We had an exciting day of football yesterday. We had a couple of upsets. There was almost one huge upset yesterday. The Eagles went into halftime trailing the Jaguars 17-0. The offense played so badly. Defense didn't play well either. They let an undrafted rookie, Allen Hurns, catch 4 passes for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns on them. I was pissed. If the Jaguars would have won the game, this show would have went differently because I would have dropped like 100 F-bombs. Seriously. Nick Foles, what the heck were you doing in the first half? You look like a deer in the headlights. Will you try moving your damn feet in the pocket, please? 2 fumbles and an interception. You had a lot. You had a better second half, but there's 60 minutes in an NFL game, so you have to play good the whole time. Get rid of the ball, damn it. It's okay to throw it out of bounds. Stop being so scared of making a mistake. It's going to happen. That's life. Just shake it off and move on. Don't play so conservatively. Go out there and be a gunslinger. I must say that the interception that Foles threw should not have happened. It's first and goal from the far 5-yard line. You have the league's leading rusher. Run the damn ball. Nick Foles threw 45 passes. I think that's too many for him. Keep it in the 30-35 range. Our run-pass ratio was 45-32. We have to be more balanced. The second half was better. The mistakes were minimal. And the Eagles scored 34 unanswered points. That's not going to happen next week against the Colts on Monday Night Football. Go ahead and go down 17 points and watch what happens. You'll get your asses kicked. Dolphins dominated the Patriots. I know the score was only 33-20, but the Patriots were shut out in the second half. The Patriots' offensive line looked bad. Cameron Wake stripped Tom Brady twice. Brady sucked in the second half. I think Brady is the best quarterback in the league, but he didn't show it in the second half yesterday. The play calling didn't help him either. He threw the ball 56 times. That's outrageous. Patriots pass-run ratio was 56-9. I don't care who your quarterback is. When your run-pass ratio is that lopsided, your team is basically one-dimensional, and that puts your team in position to lose more often than not. One more note, Revis Island became Wallace Island yesterday. Before I talk about the next game, I want to show you USA Today weekend edition. It reads right here, Manning ready for return to Indy. Right here. Why would he be ready to go back to Indy when the game was in Denver? Or what they're trying to cap his head up? I think the USA Today was trying to send Peyton Manning to Indianapolis so the Colts could win. It's a little bit of cheating on there. I wish it would have worked, but unfortunately, Peyton did not go to Indianapolis. He was on the field in Denver for Sunday night's game, and he lit the Colts up in the first half. Peyton Manning and up throwing 3 touchdowns to Julius Thomas in the first half. Boy, was I happy because I realized that both of them are on one of my fantasy teams. Broncos went into halftime with a 24-7 lead over the Colts. They only scored 1 touchdown in the second half. The second half was all Indy. The Colts scored 17 points in the second half to make the score 31-24. They put themselves in the game, positioned to win the game or put into overtime. The Broncos, however, had the ball 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game, and their play selection was run, pass, pass. The 2 passes were awful passes by Peyton Manning. They gave the ball back to the Colts with over 2 minutes left in the game. Why didn't they keep the ball on the ground? They could have taken more time off the clock. The Colts didn't score, but they were driving before a false start penalty that really should have been a neutral zone infraction was called and killed their momentum. They had a 4th and 6, but they did not convert. The Broncos walked away with the win. I had 3 standout players from this weekend. 1 player from offense, 1 player from defense, and 1 player from special teams. Those standout players are Matt Ryan, Bobby Wagner, and Cody Parkey. Matt Ryan threw for 3 touchdowns and 468 yards against the Saints defense. Bobby Wagner was all over the field Thursday night. In the opener against the Packers, recording 14 tackles. The Eagles kicker Cody Parkey recorded 5 touchbacks from 7 kickoffs. He drilled a 51-yard field goal with 4 minutes into the fourth quarter, tying the game at 17-17. What were you thinking moment of week 1 goes to Steelers wide receiver Antonio Brown, who tried to hurdle the Browns punter, but he did not successfully do that. He kicked him in the face and fouled through to the ground. And I'm just like, what were you thinking? I mean, I know he was thinking he was trying to jump over him. It was like when he saw that he wasn't going to jump over him, I think he didn't have to. He was still going to kick him, but he didn't have to follow through with the kick like it was WWE. I thought I was watching WWE. He big booted the guy. You got to check this out.
So far, but this is the best play you haven't seen just yet. Antonio Brown on the punt return, and watch what he does there as the punter tries to make a tackle. This is just, if it's purposeful, it's terrible, and it looks that way as Brown tries to hurdle Spencer Lanning, who's trying to make the tackle. Very good punt return, but that looks vicious by Antonio Brown. Flags came in on the play.
I'll start the entertainment segment off by saying rest in peace to Joan Rivers. Rivers passed away on Thursday after being taken off of life support. She had the funeral that she wanted yesterday. It was a red carpet affair, literally. Joan Rivers was buried with a red carpet. She's such a diva. Many stars came out to celebrate the life of Joan Rivers. Stars like Whoopi Goldberg, Diane Sawyer, Donald Trump, and Howard Stern, just to name a few. US Today got this one right by calling Joan Rivers the queen of fearless comedy. That was Joan. Rest in peace, Miss Rivers. Can we talk? The video of Ray Rice and his fiance, Janae Palmer, the full video of the elevator fight was released. I have it for you. Check it out. After seeing him knock her out, hitting her multiple times, well, I was going to say earlier before I was interrupted with a news thing that the NFL had suspended him because they said they didn't see the video before. And I can show you my script because it's not going to happen anymore. But all of this section right here, I think from here to here, scolding Ray Rice, and I'm going to take that back. I'm going to now switch gears and scold the NFL for lying. I'm sure they're lying because they can't be this stupid. They said they didn't see the full video until today. If that is the case, why did you all hand out a premature suspension? Only 2 games. That's why you were in trouble in the first place by everyone, because you only handed them out 2-game suspension. And now it's even more. You put yourselves in even more trouble, and your credibility is like going away because now it's like, they suspended him without knowing what happened, and now they say now they're going to suspend him for the whole season because now they're finally seeing what happened. Honestly, I think the NFL knew what happened. I think they saw the video. They probably didn't think it was going to get out, so they only gave Ray Rice a 2-game suspension. Now, Roger Goodell and the NFL are trying to save their own butts and suspend Ray Rice for the season just because the video is out, and now they're going to face a lot of backlash, and they don't want that to happen. It's all about business. They're all trying to save their butts, and that's what I think. I think Ray Rice is wrong. He did hit his wife, well, his fiance at the time, twice and knock her out. In the rules, the NFL just changed the rules last week about domestic violence policy. The first offense is 6-game suspension, and the second offense is banned for life from the NFL. I don't know how to feel about. I mean, I know he should have been suspended for longer than he initially was. But how can you? Isn't it double jeopardy to reopen the case? I originally thought they would, but then I thought about it being double jeopardy, and they can't do that. But I applaud the Ravens organization for releasing Ray Rice because he deserved it. The celebrities and former players are all reacting to this, saying that they think Ray Rice should be kicked out of the league. For instance, actor and comedian Seth Rogen called Ray Rice garbage. He said he should be banned from the league. The NFL, like I said earlier, released a statement saying they didn't see the video until today. And once again, that's bold because I know they saw it. They're not that stupid. They're trying to save themselves and they're making things worse. Atlanta Hawks owner Bruce Levinson announced that he is selling the team. His reason behind selling the team all of a sudden is that he sent emails that are so racist that will make Donald Sterling cringe. He said, my theory is that the black crowd scared away the whites, and there are simply not enough affluent black fans to build a significant season ticket base. He also said that he complained to the team execs saying, I want some white cheerleaders. I have even bitched that the kiss cam is too black. He's just selling the team to save his own ass from getting banned, getting fined, and getting criticized like Donald Sterling did. Some of his problems with the NBA are it's 70% black. He knew that before. The cheerleaders are black. He saw that before. The music is hip-hop. He knew that. At the bars, it's 90% black. I don't know how the hell he knew that. There's no more father and sons coming to the games. The concerts are either hip-hop or gospel. And just because he's admitted to committing racist acts doesn't mean he still shouldn't be fined or put into some type of trouble with the NBA. At the moment, he's still technically an NBA owner, so I think he should be fined and banned. He didn't just start feeling this way overnight. It was something that's been happening over years. I'm sure he didn't just send his first racial email this year. I think it's probably been happening for years, but now after what happened with Donald Sterling, he's got a guilty conscience and he's coming out about it. In the entertainment off on a positive note, Prince William and Kate Middleton are now expecting their second child. Now it's time to transition into the inspiration part of the show. The person that I've chosen to be our inspiration this week is Dr. Maya Angelou. I chose Dr. Angelou because her words are golden, and 2, the specific words of hers that I've chosen are tied to this week's assignment. A quote from Dr. Angelou that I've chosen is, courage is the most important of all the virtues because without courage you can't practice any other virtue consistently. You can practice any virtue erratically, but nothing consistently without courage. Dr. Angelou goes into more depth about courage in this video.
I mentioned courage, and I would like to say something else about that. Finding courage in the leaders. and in you who will become leaders. Courage is the most important of all the virtues, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently. You see? You can't be consistently kind or fair or humane or generous, not without courage. Because if you don't have it, sooner or later you'll stop and say, the threat is too much, the difficulty is too high, the challenge is too great.
I think this is huge. I mean, life-changing huge. I know it changed my life when I first heard her say it. Dr. Angelo said this many years ago, but I still feel that this quote holds the same amount of importance today that it held back when she first said it. It takes courage to do everything. Think about all of the tough things you have to do and are scared to do, but you do anyway. That's you living courageously, honestly. Like I said before, inspiration of the week will lead into our assignment of the week, and our first assignment of the week is to try to live courageously. Living a courageous life is totally a choice that you have to make. You decide whether or not you live a courageous life. What I will say is living a courageous life is living a full life, and when you live a courageous life, there are endless possibilities. Before I close, I just want to remind everyone that today is Monday. The reason why I say that is because I believe that Monday is the most important day of the week. It's your new beginning, our new beginning. You get to leave all the bad feelings and experiences from last week, and you get to start over. It's your refresh day. So refresh, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for watching. See you all on Friday. Remember to stay positive. One more thing. Happy birthday to my middle sister, Shalea. She turns 11 tomorrow. I love you, Shay.